AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. And off we go from Arlington. Good coverage by the kick team. Forcing to start out back at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Play action now. It's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 17 yards through the air on the first play of the game. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Denver first down.
First down, Denver.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Back-to-back gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back first downs. This drive rolling now, another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Up, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football.
And that's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball, they knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Dak fake to Williams. Now he'll throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. On 3rd down, Prescott. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. That's going to be caught. And he will not get to the marker here. The defense has held on 4th down, turning it over to the offense and giving them a short field after that turnover on downs. They'll go play action with Nix. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And the ball's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll be second down. Straight ahead goes Harvey. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
To throw is Nix. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. And he is out of bounds down at the 21.
A gain of 18 on the play.
18 yards on the connection. First down, Broncos. Back to throw is Nix. That's taken in by Franklin.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and through. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the
So now
Broncos.
after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
A gain of 2 brings up second and
We
8
are through
at the
one.
37-yard line.
7-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 14 on the pickup. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. On the run to the right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. First time to Lamb in this one. And it's a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding that that time in the pocket was quickly coming to an end. Those defensive guys were all over him, but by buying time, flushing to his right, nice job by his receiver uncovering, leads to a nice pickup.
They'll run it with Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. That is Ferguson in motion. On first down, right back to Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but When you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Second down, Prescott. Moving outside the pocket, and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's a loss of 14.
Jonathan Cooper. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's complete, left side to Pickens. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Fourth down, here's Dak. Oh, a huge mistake. Oh, and that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. Well, just when you think you've seen it all, there's this one. That's a lot of ground to cover in the wrong direction and cost 2 points.
Well, Mike, this doesn't happen very often, but I think I'm at a loss of words. You just don't typically see a play like that happening very often, but in this case, if you're the defense, you'll take the 2 points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. That is over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be taken down as time runs out, and we've come to the end of the first half of play. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Jump in. Met at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. 3rd down coming up. That is Ferguson in motion. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Defensively.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Oftentimes, these critical downs come down to who executes the best. And in this case, Mike, the defense executed when it mattered the most. Big 4th down stop, and now they're going to get the ball back.
Big snap on 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
On second down, it's Nix. Catch made there by Waddle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It is third and long.
And it's third down.
Here's Nix to throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. You know, it used to be, Mike, that we'd go the entire season and you'd see kicks from this distance, I don't know what, once, twice, a couple times a year, and now it just seems like the entire league can hit from it. And you look back at 2025, 23 different guys hit from 57 plus. I mean, it is just a new league as far as kicking goes.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
The play is a turnover on downs.
They'll give it to Dobbins. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. Troy Franklin, the intended target, and it'll be third down. Throwing is Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. To the pylon, he's in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Both
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this will wind up being a touchback since the ball was kicked from the 50-yard line. Means the official's going to spot this one at the 20. On the give, it's Williams. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Dak. That is caught downfield by Pickens. How about the play there? Big yardage to get the 4th quarter started. Center leads him to the line for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. This one caught down the field. It's Flournoy. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
2 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
Prescott on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Prescott to the air. That's caught Flournoy, right side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Cowboys.
Prescott again. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones.
They'll take over 1st down 10 at their own 16-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. That's caught left side by Ingram. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebacker.
Oh, they get the break they were looking for. It is intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Durant.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing at this point in the game.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Now on 2nd and long. Back to throw is Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Dak facing 3rd and long. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. It would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Will they bring the heat for 4th and 6? This is intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan McMillan. And the Broncos are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made a pay. They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They'll drop to throw. Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down. They'll go play action with Nix. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Donovan Izaraku in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7. Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Sending it deep for Waddle. This will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Durant.
Nix's pass intercepted.
Here's first down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Back near his goal line, Prescott. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And this is too far out in front. One's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
To the air again. Prescott. That's down the field for Lamb. He's got it. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. All right, so the Cowboys set to go for 2.
The Cowboys will line
Throw
up
again.
for the 2-point conversion.
That's to the end zone. Intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan McMillan.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play action now. It's Nix. Flush to his right. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory.